Alright, chatting with chatters. I'm sorry about today. I had today's stream being weird. I had a weird little glitch just happen. Give me a second. Um, I apparently can't play this game right now and stream my model at the same time. So, Shroom and Gloom it is without the model. Thank you for hanging out and popping in. Now, let's see how this goes. Oh, you're having VR chat problems. Huh, that's weird. Um, mhm. And I assume it was a chat room that was not game themed, right? And they weren't intending it to be played as if it were a game. Prison escape. You're supposed to discuss stuff with your team in prison escape. So chatting is part of the premise of prison escape. Typically. Huh. So yeah, you should have been fine. In fact, the other side of that coin is that you're supposed to taunt the guards if you're a prisoner, and the prisoners if you're a guard. So the other side of the coin is that you're supposed to taunt each other that whole time. Exactly. Because if you're not holding a key card or a weapon, or they don't know you have it, then you're not actually able to be proven as trying to escape. Because if I recall, isn't there like a micro inventory? I did that backwards. I should have bought the growing soup first. Where you can like with smaller items you can hide them in the inventory, Abby. Like key cards. Let's add 5 damage to the sneak attack, but making it so that there's a chance for it to kill things. Hi, Fox Knight. Hi. Forced growth. Roast. Toasty. Scavenger blade. Add one vulnerable and then hit you for 11. Hit you like that. Hit you again. We'll do that. We'll move you to that. But yes, how are my chatty McChatters doing? Fox Knight, how you doing? Did it just fully acknowledge I was live? Seriously? Ah, jeez. That's annoying. Do that. That. We'll grab the grudge item, left or right. Chatty McChatters. Fox, Abby, left or right. Abby says yeah. Okay. We're going left then. And we're gonna heal. Sucks we don't get to use the other part of that. Okay. We're gonna do that. Now you do that. There we go. We're gonna grab scavenge for now. Practice dummy there. You're gonna get an extra attack. We'll give it to the sneak attack. Oh, what feature? Is it one I already know about, or is it one I don't? Mm-hmm. Let's hold off on using that until we're in a boss fight when we actually need it. We'll do that. And that. The U can be used here, which will do that. Scavenger blade there. That roast there. That roast there. Unfortunately, I didn't get to finish them off. We'll grab the left to rot. But yeah, Abby, what feature? If fatal, increase damage by 2. Let's make that increase its damage by 4. We'll turn that box of Tinkies into a Tinky. We'll grab the rations. We'll use the bash. We'll use the rat jerky. Thus. Grab the scythe. Forced growth. Lay scythe. Do 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 do. Close friend. And there we go. We'll grab the Porcos, or Procos, however it was spelled. We'll bash the right in this time. Scavenge, we'll grab a Meditate. We'll do Meditate, we'll grab Thinking Ahead. And we'll do Shovel into the next battle. Grab Stay Puffed. We'll grab Thick Skin. We'll go in here. Get this Foresight. We'll grab Lazarus this time. Rations. Porcos. Practice Dummy. Add 5 damage to one of the cards. We'll make this specific roast stronger. Meditate. We'll grab that. We'll do a rest. We'll hit a bash over there. Boop the Chatty McChatters, by the way. Well rested. Left to rot on you. Seasoning I should have used first, but oh well. Deadly mold. We'll use it on the cutlery, and then we'll hit you with that. We'll do Mossy Snack. Practice Dummy over here. Multiply damage 1.5 times. 12 damage onto the scythe now. Meditate gets me a dread. Let's use the Tinky. The Porcos. That. We'll do that and that. We'll bash the left in so that we can go over to the food-based shop. And then we'll grab the Bladed Escape, because that is what we want to see. We'll use Well Rested. Cutlery over here. Vial oil. We will stab I don't see another attack in my hand, so we'll go ahead and hit this. Do that. Seasoning. That. That. Now, Lazarus is going to be used, unfortunately. But I can use the thinking ahead. Use a toasty. Hit you with a roast really quick. Use the scythe. Use the sneak attack. Inspiring pick. And then we go on to here. We'll grab the wrecking ball. Because it's useful. We'll grab the vibrating truffle. We'll grab some more cutlery. Then we'll grab 2 copies of the practice dummy. So we can add an extra attack to the scythe. And then whatever the second practice dummy is going to do, multiply the damage 1.5 times on the cutlery. Mossy snack. Bash that in. Resting. Do 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 do. Well rested. Forced growth. Scavenger blade. Left to rot. It didn't do what I wanted it to. That. Will take 12 damage. We'll hit you with that. Do that. Grab a thinking ahead. Hit you with a sneak. Hit you with a seasoning and a scythe. And a stab. Close friend into loving parasite. We'll eat. Hi, Gigi. How you doing, little Goliath? Sweetheart, how you doing? What's up? We'll do that. I have a cat named Goliath, that we called Goliath. We nicknamed her Gigi. But yeah, we have a cat named Goliath that we've nicknamed Gigi. Yes, I love you too, Goliath. How you doing? Precious cat. She's now sitting on my chest. I think she's a little confused about the headset, but you know. Did you? Nice. Okay, well rested. We'll use you to do that. We'll hit you with a roast. Oh, that did not do what I wanted it to. For a duck. Practice dummy. Goliath, don't. Come on, just lay down, sweetie. Lord Lazarus. Hi. What you doing? I really think she's confused about the VR headset. She like keeps looking at my face and tilting her head and stuff. Like like she's going like, huh? You know? Yeah. Basically, that's what it feels like she's doing. whenever she looks at whenever she looks at me, she's like tilting her head like, "What is that?" And of course, I don't have enough food for the foul breath card, so let's grab an inferno. Do 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 do. We'll use that. That. If fatal, increase damage. We'll use the rat jerky. And then we'll use the shovel just as the battle starts. So I learned something interesting. I don't know if it's actually a glitch or if it's an intended setup. This whole able to use the shovel just as the battle starts and get a card, because if I activate the shovel just as the battle's starting but don't let go of it quite fast enough, it actually has a caveat of stopping me from using, well, from not stopping me, but from taking an energy from the first round of the attack. So it like knows. So it like feels like it's on purpose that you can do that. You know? Close friend, lodge you in there. End the turn so that we move on to the next. Hit you with a flash. so that I yeah. But yeah, no. So if I let go of that a second later than I did, it would have tripped the usage of the other thing instead of the energy from the other combat. Instead of using the energy from the exploration, it would have been almost a moot point. And it just acknowledged your anniversary, even though you resubbed officially a little while ago, if I recall correctly, like a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. 5 damage will make this thing start out as doing 12 damage. Head pats for the Fox Knight and the Abbey. I miss Lugia. And how he would pop in here occasionally, you know? I assume you already got that creature, but just popped up into the chat. Let's go into this little micro boss fight with a well rested. We'll do that. We'll do a scythe to everyone, and then an inferno to everyone, then a hot toasty to everyone, and another hot toasty to everyone, and then we'll win and get the bookshelf. And then we'll go in here and heal up. We use the bookshelf. If fatal, gain an energy. Okay, and since that's hitting multiple enemies, if it kills multiple enemies, if fatal, increase damage by 2. We'll make that increase damage by 4. We'll bash that in. That gave me a little bit of extra health. So I have until the headset decides it's getting close to death to do this, by the way. Um, hmm, to stream today. So if the headset suddenly decides it's going to die soon, I will have to end stream because because of whatever's been going on with it, I can't get it to let me um do things. I can't let it to get me. I can't get it to let me charge the headset while it's on my head. Is what I was trying to say. Extra attack on the roast. It now does 15 damage by default. We'll use that flambe to get the gourmet toasties. We'll use that to do that. We'll do that and that. And then next turn, we will gain access to itch drops, which in this case we will grab a kitchen. And then we'll grab a mossy ration. We'll go over here into the energy rich environment that's right here. We'll go over there. We'll place the kitchen here. If it'll create a toasty. Okay, so this will now create toasties and hot toasties. Cool. Scavenge, cup of cocoa, meditate, a grudge added to the deck, a rest. I guess we can do that here. We'll grab the becoming. Hopefully it ends up in my hand right away. We'll grab well rested. We'll use loving parasite there. Inferno. Hot toasty. We'll grab a Procos from that. Loving parasite over here. Hot toasty. There we go. Encouragement. Now let's see what we have here. We'll grab the wrecking ball. I thought so. And the lock pig. Grab the Procos. The encouragement. We'll use a scavenge to get a toasty. We'll use practice dummy. Multiply damage by 1.5 times. We'll do a bash there. A rest. And then we'll move on into the next room. A well rested, a roast, a flash, a vat, and a flambe. I should have saved to the um the energy, the gourmet toasties after that came from after it, though. Seasoning that. Okay. A quick flambe. A quick sneak attack. A quick vicarious mace. A quick stab. And a quick focus on that toasty to grab this hope to make that do that. Okay, now we have the Inferno. We'll do that, the toasty, the Inferno, 20 damage. Ow. But, oh well. That works. Hmm. Sneak. Hungry Blade. Stab. Okay. I should have used the flambe first. Oh well. Hmm. We're gonna do that. Stab. Stab. Vicarious Mace. Nothing can actually deal damage. But yeah, it's awesome. Actually, that's a very awesome attribute for this. We'll hit you with the Hungry Blade. I don't think I have a Lazarus, which means I'm about to lose this run. I'm pretty sure. Because it's about to do 18 damage and I only have 15 life. Yep. Okay, let's get right back into the swing of things. Grab a whole bunch of cards. Bash that in. Use a rest. Take the shovel and walk into the next room. Drop the shovel. Grab the distant sorrow because I want that. Use the distant sorrow to do that. Hit that with a stab. Hit with that and a roast. Evolve the distant shadow to dark acquaintance. Use a roast over there. Next, use a stab. And then both roasts to do that. Grab the practice dummy. Continue into the next room. Let's grab growing confidence this time. We'll do a rat jerky, practice dummy, and fatal increase damage by 2. Okay. Dark acquaintance on the middle guy. Hit you with a stab. Stab. Hmm. That's annoying. Hopefully, I still have enough. Let's see. Fungal loaf. I have exactly 3 pieces. That's annoying. Okay. Anything else to worry about? Nope. Okay. Practice dummy over here. We'll put an extra attack on one of the roasts. But yeah, no, that's got to be annoying, Abby. Like that just sounds annoying, honestly. Bite. Stab. I'll be right back. Hey, hey, guys, do me a favor. How long have I been live for? Testing 1 2 test. Okay, good. Great. 47 minutes, right? Yeah, it's unfortunate. This is probably going to be one of my shorter streams based on what I just saw when I was having to reset the headset to fix some issues. Um, yeah, I have a feeling my stream's going to be ending here in a couple because my headset is going to tell me it's going to be dying soon. It was pretty low battery wise. Yep. It went from full charge right before stream to pretty low charge when I came back. Add 5 damage. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna try to do one more run. Well, finish this run rather. Because if I move too much, it comes unplugged, which is gonna result eventually in it dying. Okay. There we go. Let's grab Inspiring Pick. Go in here and heal up. Practice Dummy goes in here. Extra attack to this card. Inferno now has 2 attacks. We'll use the Chevrolet to get a Feral Charge. Hopefully it shows up. It did not. We'll do that. And that. We'll use a Hot Toasty. We'll do that, that, and that. We'll put that in there. We'll do that, and obtain that. We'll gain this Foresight, which is going to be Spring into Action. Okay. We'll do that real quick. Practice Dummy there. Multiply damage, 1.5 times. 27 damage on that card now. We're gonna not use the shovel this time so we get 2 of the fly kicks. Because the fly kicks do this, this, that, and that, as well as that. We're gonna attach the living parasite there. A hot toasty. This. We'll use the feral charge on the next turn. We'll do that. Grab a kitchen. We'll grab the junk food from the middle. And we'll go in here and do this. We'll do that. We'll use the shovel to grab the left to rot. We'll use a Tinky. Practice. If it'll increase damage by 2 on the sneak attack. We'll do that. Get that out. Get that. Rest. And we'll go on in. We can use the well rested to do that. We'll use fly kick to get the reward from this, which will have be a Procos. We'll use left to rot to weaken everything slightly. And then Inferno. Okay. There we go. We'll use that. We'll hit you with that. There we go. We'll grab the wait a bit. Hi, tree. Grab the spicy soup first. Toasty, hot toasty. Hydrate redeem. Where? There it is. You have an interesting timing. Oh, woo! I was just telling the chat that I think I may end up having to end the stream soon because of how my headset is charger is acting. I'm trying to push it as long as I can, like to get as close to it, preferably an hour as possible, maybe even a little more, because the headset is being a little weird. Rather, the charger is being weird. No, oh, oh, I managed to do. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I managed to do that. Oh, I can't believe I managed to get that out. Um, I'm so excited to fail that. All right. It's just a Type C, a basic Type C charger. So any Type C charger anyone buys will be sufficient enough. We'll do that. I will bonk the Abbey for being a brat. They'll explode when I end the turn, is basically what that means. Okay, there we go. That was what I wanted. Perfect. We'll do that. And that. Yeah, so how are my Chatty McChatters currently doing? By the way. Mm. How are the other talents doing, Abby? Were any of them close to. Like, I meant, like, did any of them know him and were friends with him type of thing is what I meant by that. To Lugia. Also, a nice one, Fox. Yeah, that's why I was asking. I wondered because I don't think I know any of them, but I was wondering if he did. You know. Well, no, I technically do. You said Tio was one of them, right? Oh, Charlotte as well. Then yeah, I know both of them. Yeah. I believe this is the boss room. So let's see if I win. Okay, yep, this is the boss room. Welcome to the boss. Flash. Okay. 25 times 3, 75. So that should. That didn't kill. You're telling me I should have hit it once? That's annoying. A feral charge now costs extra because it stays in my inventory. I'll put you in there. And then we'll do that. Nice. Okay. We'll do that. That. You'll do that. And then I'll do that. I need belated escape to pop into my hand. Because I know. Didn't I get it in this run? Cat? Stop that. Grand Mole. Guts. Left. Deal 8 damage twice. Anything low enough that that would make a difference? No. But for this one, it is. And we can do that. I should have done the other one. Because I think that's going to cost my Lazarus, isn't it? Yep. Nice. Okay. So we do that. 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 Did I not get. Huh. I thought I got Bladed Escape this run. Or is it the run before this? Ah. Okay, this is going to be difficult. Loving Parasite in the middle. And I lost on the boss. Okay. Fine by me. Alright, Chatty McChatters. Thank you for joining me. As always, typically golden. Love y'all.